Edge at 11 starts now.
Well, tonight on The Edge, heavy rain turning parts of southeast Michigan into a watery mess. And as that water rises, so does a serious health risk for some Metro Detroiters.
Now, we're talking about one man in particular who's fired up about the water, so he called the Fox 2 problem solvers. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin goes to work to help.
Time it rains, we got a lake. That becomes Lake Liddesdale.
Andre Chappell says he's beyond fed up with constant flooding on South Liddesdale Street near Omaha in southwest Detroit, a scene that develops during every single storm.
It's been happening since 2018, and you can see my grass is usually covered, and it goes all the way up to right there in front of my house. Luckily, it's not going in my house, but still, I can't leave out the front door. There's like some waiters, so I have to go through the back and walk around.
Andre says despite calling for help,
we've been calling, complaining, and the city come out to we got two brand new drains right across from each other, and does nothing work.
He's been left high and dry, and not in a good way.
It don't make no sense. I'm tired of this.
Andre says he was left with no other choice but to call Fox 2. So we did some digging and reached out to the Detroit Water and Sewage Department.
There's basins on both sides of the street, and we had to, what we call break over trap, do an excavation to actually clean that side. It appears that we need to do the same thing on the other side of the street.
That's Sam Smalley, the deputy director.
We did get a call in April of this year, and it was changed from cleaning the basin. They actually cleaned 160 feet, but they weren't able to get all the way. So an excavation is required, and we should be able to get that done tomorrow.
Help is now on the way. Smalley says the city is dealing with an old system on top of being impacted by that massive Gliwa water main break in southwest Detroit back in February. But they're working on a rebound plan.
We have about 30 new employees starting here in a week. We're very anxious to refill our ranks and get those men and women trained up so that they can start serving our customers.
So have you been down, I guess, due to retirements then?
Yes, we've had retirements and, attrition, and we have a new fiscal budget this year, so we're able to hire new employees.
Fox 2 will stay on top of this one.
I don't know what's in this water.
And the city says they have $6 million in contracted work to have extra staffing go out, clear those basins and the sewers. They say that should make a difference not just in Southwest, but all across the city. We're downtown. Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Oh, there's a silver lining there in the rain, the thunder, the wind, and the hail. All of that is actually in the rearview mirror, so that's good news.
Yeah, the next few days, though, we're trading rain for some heat. Weather Authority Stephanie Mead is here. And a look at the rest of the week, and it's good for people who are still off, maybe, for the holiday, too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we do have more summer-like weather out ahead of us. We do have a little bit of a reprieve from the water and the rain, and then as we head into this upcoming weekend, we could be talking more shower and thunderstorm chances. So more of that up and down kind of roller coaster, at least ride for us in terms of that shower and thunderstorm risk. Today we topped out at 81, the average at 84, so we were slightly below that today. Record of 102 degrees, so luckily nowhere near that. As we head through the next couple of days, we are anticipating mid to upper 80s. There could be a few spots maybe pushing 90 as we head into this upcoming weekend. So more of that pool and lake weather out ahead of us. 71 in Detroit, 72 Lansing right now. We don't have a whole lot of moisture on radar, which is great. All of the showers we were tracking a bit earlier in the evening are now well east of us. Most of that rain and active weather is out near the East Coast, where they did have several severe thunderstorm warnings and actually tornado warnings out near the nation's capital earlier this evening. But for us, we are not looking at any of that, at least for right now. We're dry tomorrow and dry for a good portion of Friday. Now heading into this weekend when we see those changes. Lows tonight will be in the upper 60s. We start off early tomorrow morning in the upper 60s to start your day on Thursday. So not a bad way to start off. We're mainly dry too. Most of the day, if not all of the day tomorrow, it's going to be dry, 88 degrees. It's going to be warm and humid one for sure, and then spotty shower chances return midday on Friday. 85 more scattered shower opportunities, I think, heading into this weekend, unfortunately. There will be dry time, so it's not going to be a complete washout or soaker. Sunday, potentially seeing those additional showers too. Also warm, and we mentioned that warmer streak is going to stick with us. This is the next 3 to 4 weeks, so that's into the beginning of August. So the summer-like conditions aren't going anywhere, and we're going to sprinkle in a few shower and thunderstorm chances this weekend and as we head into midweek next week.
Please, my brothers and sisters, if you can, stop the shooting.
Something a lot of us have been saying lately: stop the shooting. That woman you just heard from walking into the area of Conant and Gallagher on Detroit's east side when a driver got shot and crashed into a parked car. Police taking 3 people into custody and finding a weapon. Nobody else was hurt. This next one is a bizarre case. 3 people hurt by 1 bullet.
And Detroit police say it all happened because a restaurant worker accidentally shot himself this afternoon. The employee at Al's Fresh Fish, Chicken, and Seafood claims he found a gun on the 2nd floor of a restaurant. That's on Russell Street near an Eastern Market there. Now, officers say the man mishandled the gun and it went off. The bullet tearing through his hand and a door, then struck 2 customers.
We do have 3 people that have been struck by a gunfire, 1 bullet. In one of the craziest, silliest things I've seen in quite some time. I mean, the bottom line is if you don't know how to handle a weapon, don't handle a weapon. Because now we've got 2 other individuals that were just in the store trying to buy stuff. And now they're going to deal with a gunshot wound.
Officers say the restaurant worker is dealing with the worst of the injuries. No word yet on if he'll face any charges.
Flipping burgers, flipping fries, and we heard this big old crash in the front of the store.
Talk about smash burger, a stolen car smashing right through the wall of a popular burger joint in Hazel Park after a Warren police chase. Officers say it happened around 5 this morning at Braised Hamburgers on 9 Mile in DeQuinder. Apparently the stolen car ran a red light, hit another car, and barreled into the restaurant, redefining the term smash burger.
It's stupid, man. This should have never happened. Could have been 8 dead people now, and my bread and my butter closed down. For what? For a stupid car that you could work and save your money and buy.
My employees were terrified when they left. They were all shaking and it was heartbreaking. It was so sad.
Police say they found a gun in the stolen car and arrested 4 suspects who tried to get away. The innocent woman in the other car escaped with minor injuries. Well, new details about a story we first brought to you as breaking news last night after an alleged beef between 2 groups of teens ends in a deadly shooting in Pontiac.
An 18-year-old boy killed and another right now fighting for his life. All 4 suspects are behind bars facing serious charges. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack with the update.
Some pretty fast police work getting all of these suspects into custody within 24 hours of that shooting. They are all being housed at Children's Village in Pontiac, awaiting their day in court. Around 8 o'clock Tuesday evening, 18-year-old Omar Al Ford Jr. lay dying in a field, shot in the chest. Nearby, his friend, a 19-year-old man, shot too and critically injured. It all unfolded off West South Boulevard near Highland in Pontiac.
Appears to be, again, what we tragically see quite a bit, some kind of dispute, confrontation, escalation to immediate violence.
Rival groups settling beef with guns. Sheriff Michael Bouchard said it didn't take long for Oakland County Sheriff's deputies to track 2 of their suspects, 13 and 15-year-old boys.
This, we believe, was 2 groups that knew each other.
The 3rd suspect arrested with the help of the Detroit Fugitive Apprehension Team, which includes the U.S. Marshals. Shortly after, investigators released this photo of a 16-year-old boy Wednesday, a 4th suspect. He turned himself in to police accompanied by his mother. The other victim in all of this, in critical condition, is expected to survive after undergoing life-saving surgery.
It's a tragedy, and it's something in society we're going to have to come to grips with. How do we keep these situations from escalating immediately into deadly violence, destroying lives forever?
2 days before this shooting, 3 blocks away from the scene, a Jet's pizza delivery driver was robbed of the pizzas he had on him by a trio of young people. It appears to be a setup, called to a vacant home, then robbed. But it doesn't look like this robbery and that double shooting are related at this point, just tied to a spike in summer crime.
Typically, that's when you see a spike, is when the temperature goes up and for whatever reason, people are quicker to be angry and to take that anger to violence. And they're out a lot more and a lot later when it's real hot than it's summer nights.
Detectives are expected to present their case to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office either Thursday or Friday. It's unclear at this point if they'll be charged as juveniles. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
If I'm the family, I'm pounding my fist and screaming from the rafters that this should never be offered.
A judge not holding back, clearly unhappy with the proposed plea deal connected to a human trafficking case. 58-year-old Fareed Hajar was the last person seen with 42-year-old Suzanne Ferreira, the mother from South Africa. Her body was found dumped on the side of the road in Washtenaw County last year. The newly proposed plea deal would mean no jail time.
A hard time believing the family of this lady would ever agree to this deal that's apparently at least being discussed.
I know that this will have to go through the family prior to it being offered by our office.
Hazar is already on probation for mutilating and concealing a body in connection with her death. He was given a $10,000 bond, cash surety, and will be required to wear a GPS tether. Well, disturbing details we're learning tonight about a twisted tale of alleged kidnapping and sexual assault.
A Detroit man back in court today accused of luring a woman to his home with a job offer and then sexually assaulting her for 2 days. Something out of a horror movie. Prosecutors showing pictures from Andrew Payne's home on East Willis on the city's east side. A gaping hole in the wall and a rope on the floor of the living room. Police say they also found sex toys and weapons inside. Outside, a forensic technician says he noticed a strange smell.
There was some walls missing, a lot of debris around the lower level.
Did anything else stand out to you about the home?
In the back of the house, the back porch had no steps to it, and there was an excessive amount of dog feces on the back porch.
Prosecutors say Payne told the woman about a job at a church, but instead kidnapped and sexually assaulted her several times back in 2022. The alleged victim took the stand yesterday. We're not showing her face to protect her anonymity, but here's what she had to say.
Did you tell the defendant to stop?
No.
And why didn't you tell him to stop?
I was scared that he would hurt me.
Did he, when you say scared that he would hurt you, did he say something to make you believe that, or why did you think that?
Because he said he would be watching on the cameras, and then when he had the gun.
During cross-examination, the alleged victim said she didn't ask Payne to leave his home or try to get away while he was there. Now, she says she escaped when Payne left for a quick minute. The trial is expected to pick back up tomorrow.